what can fans expect from Paul this time?
You can expect that same level of effort regardless of the outcome. I don't do everything that I do and compete in the different aspects of life to go out, and not be swinging when I do so. I'm more than willing to throw the Hail Mary. The first Samusha match, it required adjustment. So there were some things that had to be done and mid-match adjustments, and, some feeling out stuff. So I think this could be a match that isn't. That is most likely not going to be one-sided. There's going to be,
I agree.
the first round's going to tell a lot, but it's not going to tell it's not going to tell the whole story because both of us will have adjustments that can be made.
Yeah,
It's interesting because the way that I pulled Samusha the first time we met was I think we were both guessing. So now we both have an idea, and I think we both have evolved slightly. I think the biggest thing about this match is that I'm still the overall underdog for this, as I should be. And I think a lot of times Samusha doesn't get the credit that he deserves. Like, we need to put some respect on this guy's name. He won 10 straight title matches, right?
yeah.
He won in wars. He won against legends. The guy is unreal, and people are getting hung up on weight and different stuff. And like we're talking about a guy who will go down in the arm wrestling Hall of Fame. So like I rightfully so I should be the underdog. And anybody who sees it any other way it's a little bit ridiculous. And the beauty of Samusha and what I like the most about him, we spent so much time in Istanbul together. I think we might have been there 7 or 8 times together. And we usually spend every evening over there hanging out and drinking beers together and talking to each other with Google Translate. Like, we've become really good friends. And I root for him. And I have been more invested in his matches than any other matches. And to me, it's an honor to be able to pull him again. And I think I owe him that opportunity, especially, with the original outing being our first times at East versus West. And I think what's cool about it is you're definitely going to see a respectful match one way or another and a hug at the end. But I do think like this guy is an absolute legend. The weights I don't think are going to make like people get hung up on the original weight. I think people. I think he was into the 91, 92 range, and my catch weight for that match, the agreed upon catch weight, was 100 kilograms. This one, I'm not even weighing 100 kilograms for right now, which is the strange thing about everything that I'm doing right now. I'm used to cutting to 209 from usually about 223, 224, at that 102 range. And I'm waking up at like 97, 98, but my gym output is exactly where it should be if I were 230. So I don't know how these variables are going to play out, but I'm definitely leaner, and I believe my endurance is better for this one. Not that I'm going to out endure that. So
Yeah,
we'll
well,
see.
he's won since you guys' match. It's been 3 years. He has won every single championship matches, 10 of them, every single one of them. So, that's like he's the most successful champion in East versus West.
He's arguably the most successful champion in any professional league of arm wrestling ever. I mean, who has won more than 10? There were 10 title defense. Like,
That's ridiculous.
we don't see that at WAF, and we surely don't see it at. We haven't had a league probably sustain long enough to see that at the pro level. And we can talk about Laban because everyone loves the heavyweights, right? Everyone loves the heavyweights. Everybody loves the people who are very popular in the media. Samusha's quiet. He doesn't say anything. He comes out like a stone cold killer. He does his business and he goes to the bar and drinks and has a good time and goes back to it. Like he to me has that level of John Brzenk mystique.
Yeah.
To be able to do what he does at that level and not call any attention to himself, I think is really endearing. And Laban has not won 10 title matches, has he?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Has
and
10? Has Laban won 10? Has
I don't
10
think so.
has
I don't
Laban
think so.
yeah, and that's what's wild. Samusha's done it in a 2.5, 3 year span.
Yeah, yeah. And that's a lot of workload in that short amount of time considering they were all title matches. So he is a great champion and you have a big task ahead of you. I hope that this new training that you have been implementing into your preparation can pay, can pay a lot. And yeah, I do think that it's gonna be a close match, just like the first one, and I can't wait for it.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way around that. I think there's going to be options to try, regardless of how the first couple rounds go.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it's at a bare minimum at least very entertaining.